Welcome to Sweet Honey's Kitchen and Sweet Honey's Naturals. Now, today we are going to be continuing this series on basic kitchen herbs. I know I stop off to put up a few things, but those are just things I really wanted y'all to know, but we're still doing this series. And today, the herb that I want to look at is scallions. Now, or they call them green onions. Now, this is something that I planted in my garden. My grandmother planted in her garden. Everybody in Barbados planted in their garden. But did they really know the benefits of it? Well, today we are going to be looking at the benefits, because this was around for thousands of years, just like all the rest of things. And it is the tops of small onions, and that is like the green leafy part that we use. And I couldn't find anything in my herbal books with green onions, and that is I found that to be quite unusual, but we are going to discuss it anyway, because this is something that I've been using all the time. So I'll just go from what I know, from what I bought some a few days ago, and I realized they don't last very long in the fridge anymore. You bring them home, they look green, whatever. By the time you put them in the fridge in the same package that it was in, some of them are already turning brown and yellow and all kinds of things. And I really don't like to see them like that, because I was so used to just going in the garden and picking some to cook right away. But I can't do that now because I don't plant them anymore. But what I did was I wrapped them and stuff like that. I cleaned them, I wrapped them, and they're still nice and green. I wrapped them in paper towel and then plastic wrap. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I try to keep them, so that, because we really can't afford, not in this day and age, we really can't afford to be throwing money down the drain. Let's look at some of the benefits of it. Now, scallions or green onions, they're rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, potassium, and fiber, and they're antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. And today I'm going to show you how my gran used to keep them so that they don't go bad, if she kept them at all, and what I put my scallions in. All right, so let's look at the benefits first. But they boost the immune system, and it is the vitamin C in the green onions that boosts your immune system. And then the vitamin A, as you know, is good for the eyes and good for the brain and all that as well. And it is rich in vitamin K, which is good for the bones, because when you're getting older, you need something for the bones. And if you can't get it any other way, just cook with these things. There's nothing wrong in cooking with these things. It makes the food taste really nice, and you know, just, I know that there are a lot of people out there that don't really cook with these things but me, coming from the Caribbean, this was a part of life for us. This is a way of life for us. So we just used to always cook with these things. So I don't even know what it is like not cooking with them. So and along with all of those things, it's good for heart health as well. And because it is the antioxidant, that is what makes it good for the heart. But before we go any further, let me just make a disclaimer here. Now, although this is a basic kitchen herb, there might be some people that might be allergic to it, you don't know, but you know, it doesn't have really anything in it. It have the allicin in it, but it doesn't really have anything in it to cause you to be allergic. But if you are, or you think you are, please stay away from it. And this information that I given is strictly for informational purposes only. And, you know, I hope that when I'm finished with this, that you would look at it in a different light, because I realize it really got neglected. And getting back to the benefits is good. It is in digestion as well. And the fiber content in it is what would help with the digestion. Because, you know, fiber keeps you regular. And when you're regular, you don't have all of that go backing up in your stomach. You feel freer, your stomach feel better. You don't, you know, everything just flows really, really, really great. So I think that we give this herb and a very bad rap. When I say bad rap, no, I shouldn't say bad rap. What I should say is we neglected it too much. You know, we got so accustomed. You know, it's like a relationship. You know, when you are getting to know somebody, you're all excited, so you wanna be with them all the time, and whatever. And then when you get accustomed to them, it's like, oh, okay, he's there, she's there. And it's like, you know, you're just accustomed to them, so you take it for granted. Well, I think that is what we did with this herb. But this herb has so much benefits you would never begin to imagine. It is good for eye health as well. And the mere fact that it has the vitamin A in it is what makes it good for eye health. And when you are getting like over 60 and all of that, for some reason you tend to suffer with, you know, your eyes start getting a little dimmer, and you start suffering with the degenerated disease in the eye and everything else. And that's the part that I don't like, because I have to put on my glasses to see fine detail or fine writing or whatever the case may be. But to drive, to look at you, to do all those things is fine. So it's just really, really strange. But anyway, you know, there's not too much that I could really talk about these things. I just told you, you know, a couple of the benefits. If we get any further, I'm just gonna show you a few things of what I put my my green onions in. All right, so this is my homemade seasoning, like my green seasoning. And this, the base of this is green onion, is it's wet because I took it out the fridge. The base of that is green onion. So, and then it has the regular onions and all of that in it as well. I'm going to list how I make it in the description box. Because I think I have 2 videos up there of how I make it. Then this is my Bajan pepper sauce, and I also put it in my Bajan pepper sauce, not in the abundance of how I would put it in the green seasoning, but I just put some in my Bajan pepper sauce as well. And this here is some powdered green onions, because I had some green onions in the fridge that were going discolored, and as I told you, because they don't last any time now, we throw too much things down in the garbage. I throw so much things in the garbage sometimes it really hurts my heart. So I have a little, not a big one, a little dehydrator. So these are already washed and everything. So what I would do is just maybe cut them up a little smaller, put them on the plate, the dehydrating plate, and dehydrate them. And then when they're finished, you make them into a powder. Now, something people don't know, and I'm sure that a lot of people don't know, you see these have roots. These have roots. So if you want to put these in a container of water on your counter, they're going to continue to grow. But one thing I realized with doing that, because it only has the water, it doesn't grow nice and green like how it is here. It really doesn't. And for the sake of this video, about 4 days ago, only 4 days ago, I cooked with some, and I had some of these, and I just pushed them inside a plant that I have here. And I can show you how they look after. I just push them inside next to my aloe vera plant. And I'm going to show you how tall they are. Yes, these are the green onions that I just pushed in there next to my aloe vera. I do not know, do not laugh at my aloe vera tree, because I really do not know why it is growing so one-sided. My daughter told me I need to put some soil in the container, so I have to get some soil to do that. But I basically just pushed the green onions in there. There was a little space there, and I pushed the green onions in there, and that's how they look after just 4 days. These are tall, so these could cut and put in a dish, any dish that you prefer, and that's basically it. I bring you over this side because what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna show you how I basically store my scallions fresh, so that I don't have to be throwing them down the thing. I showed you how I basically dehydrate them and make them into a powder. But this is another way that you can store your scallions. All right, those are a little big, but don't mind. So I just cut them in small things like this. I cut them like this, or if the knife is sticking too long, you can use a scissors. This is my kitchen scissors, and you can just cut them like this as well. Then what I would do when I'm all done, when I'm all done with these, and this part here, this white part, I would leave. I would obviously cut off this end part, because you can push that in the ground and it would grow. And these white ones, I cut them as well, and I store them in a different Ziploc bag if you're not using a Ziploc bag. The Ziploc bag to me takes up less room, so I just use a Ziploc bag, or you can use a mason jar if you want, but I use these so fast. The Ziploc bag works for me. So I put them in my Ziploc bag, just cut up all of them, put them in my Ziploc bag and pop them in the freezer. And when you're cooking, you could take out some of these, because they're going to be nice and loose, because they're going to stay loose. Remember, if you take them out and leave them though, they're going to get all soggy and soft and everything. So that is another way that I store. This is another way that I store my scallions or my green onions. So when I'm off camera, I'm gonna cut up all of these. I don't need to do it in front of you, and just store them, and they will be all stored. So that is 4 ways that I've showed you so far that I use my green onions. All right, I've shown you a few ways of which I do my scallions, and another thing that you can, well, a few things that you can do with the green onions. Now, you can drop those in soups if you're making soups and you want your soups to look nice and pretty with your stuff. I put them in my fish cakes. I'm gonna do another fish cake recipe for you, because I think the fish cake recipe I did was like 2 years ago or something like that. So I'm gonna do another one for you. Because my daughter told me she wanted to be there when I was doing it, because she wants to know how to do it, and this is my eldest daughter now. And then you can put them as stews. You could put them in sautés if you saute vegetables. You could put them in your salad. You could do so many beautiful things with scallions, or green onions as we call them. And just remember that they're family to the garlic and all of those. They're family. So it is somewhat a root, but just like the dandelion has the root that we use, or the leaves that we use, well, these onions are the leaves that we're using, so they're growing above the soil. So I hope that I managed to say everything and clear everything in this video, because I don't want these videos too long. So if there's any questions that y'all have for me, y'all would have seen me cook a lot of dishes, and I would have used my seasoning in them or whatever. But if there's a special dish you wanted to see that I was using for the scallions, I think for my soup I showed y'all how to do that. And you know, there's so many different, because I would say this again, times are getting so hard. The rent is just skyrocketing and skyrocketing and skyrocketing. You've been working from paycheck to paycheck, and is as though, and the way how it's going, it is like they want to make us homeless. So the point I'm making is that we cannot afford to just waste things anymore. We have to look at ways to conserve stuff and not throw like the onion skins. The onion skins has so much benefits for us, and what do? We just throw it down the garbage. The garlic skins has so much benefits for us, and what do? Throw them down the garbage. We cannot afford to be doing that anymore. So I'm sharing this with people to help them, because these are little things that I learned from my grandmother, and I grew up seeing my grandmother use and seeing my grandmother do as well. Yeah, because when she was planting it, anything, we just used to go and cut them fresh, but unfortunately we don't have that now. So I'm just sharing a lot of tips and tricks that I saw my grandmother do, and I came along doing, because being a single parent, you have to learn how to conserve, and it's as though I haven't even dreamed my dream yet. I had so many big dreams, and I haven't even materialized them yet. So I can't afford to just be wasting money and throwing it down the garbage all the time. So I'm going to be sharing some ways that we could conserve stuff. So if you all enjoyed this video, my name is Annie. If I didn't say it before, did I say it before? But my name is Annie. This is Sweet Annie's Naturals and Sweet Annie's Kitchen. And I hope that you enjoy this content. And if you did, you know what to do. Just give me a like. Share it with someone that you know might be interested. Subscribe to the channel. Press the thumbs up button, press the notification bell, I should say, so that you will know whenever I post a new video, because we need to get these things in our diet. And this one was really left behind, because we took it for granted, so it was left behind. So my hair is just my hair is just opening, and this thing is coming out. But the point I'm making is be wise. Anyway, continue to let your light shine and spread the love, because you know that when we spread, the more love we spread, it becomes very contagious, and the more light that we shine, it is going to drown out a lot of the darkness in this world, because we do know how much darkness is in this world. So have an awesome day, and until I see you again next time, my name is Annie, and this is Sweet Annie's channel. So have a great day.